how it happens, but sometimes when you work in close proximity or when you're in close proximity with somebody, 9 times out of 10, they're going to start looking a little bit attractive. You know, maybe it's not even your type. You would never on a normal day date somebody like this. But because y'all have been in close proximity for a hot minute, you kind of see the good qualities. Maybe when they were going out for coffee, they brought you an extra coffee and they're like, oh, I thought I'd give you this. And you're like, oh, he's so cute sometimes. Time ya lunch, unapata ulisahau kubeba kijiko, anakupatia yake anakuambia, oh, I just finished mine, you could use mine. You're like, oh, he's so sweet and so thoughtful. Maybe it's raining and you're going to work and you don't have an umbrella and they're like, hey, I can drop you off closer to your home. You're like, oh, such a godsend. So obviously when you're in close proximity with a few people, you know, feelings tend to start up. But we do not advise for you to date in the workplace.
Please,
yes, there are pros and cons, but we do not advise that you date in the workplace.
Yeah, general rule of thumb, again, now that I'm giving so many today, do not poop where you eat.
Like, do not eat where you poop.
Do not eat where you poop. Yes, sorry. Do not eat where you poop. Like, don't go starting fires in places where you actually need to go in for shelter. For me, it just feels like it's kind of just crazy. But yeah, there is usually such a random shift. You are looking at someone like a regular person, suddenly one day they did a thing and you're like,
oh wow, oh, very interesting.
Okay. Or they walked a certain way and you were like, never seen you like that. Okay. And so it's very easy for you, especially if you're working long hours with this person, or like you're constantly in each other's presences. The same way you develop friendships. You know, you guys weren't friends, but then you started working together and then you started being in really close. You were going everywhere together. Next thing you know, you all are friends. It's the same thing that happens with like partners. But yeah, in general, just like,
and it's the same thing. Don't date your your colleagues, and also don't date your neighbors. Gosh.
Hey, same energy.
Gosh.
Same energy.
And since we are deterring you from doing these things, what's the #1 thing when you have a work crush and you would like to nip this thing in a bud before it becomes a huge thing? #1, please reduce the amount of time that you guys spend outside of work. If it's not work related, let it have nothing to do with you, okay? If maybe you're going home the same route, can you give them like 5-minute head start for them to leave and then you leave later? Just reduce the amount of time you guys are spending, especially when it does not concern your employer's time, okay? Stop it.
You have a man, you have a woman at home, and you're over there just looking at this other person.
Work wife, work husband.
Please leave your work husband and your work wife alone. I think focusing on your relationship, trying to do more things in your relationship. For example, usually when you're leaving work, you guys walk to, I don't know, the bus, or you know, they drop you off or you drop them off at home. Why not ask your partner to come by from work?
Yeah, pick me up.
Kuja unipitie, pita na mimi, you know. I think reducing the amount of time that you actually spend with this person and focusing this same energy on your relationship, because the same way you over there cooking for them and bringing them snacks, have you even given your partner snacks za kubeba kwenda job? So ukipatwa na hiyo inspiration, umeanza kukatakata hapo tu fruits, alafu useme na nani yako na uanze kukatakata zake, unafanya ukianza kukatakata za crush wa kazi, unakumbuka niko na boyfriend, unampatia hiyo instead. I think just refocus and redirect that energy. The number of times you're on the phone with this person, you're calling and texting, redirect that energy to your partner. It will serve you.
True. And also, I feel like sometimes you do things or you indulge things because you're really bored. Maybe you don't have a life beyond work. You go to work and then you go back home and there's nothing else you're doing. It's time for you to develop a skill. And it is such a disservice if you, a whole adult, have nothing else going on beyond what you're doing in the workplace. It is such a huge disservice. I feel like boredom just, your brain has a way of looking for adventure and looking for an adrenaline, for a thrill or something. So please have a hobby. Endo kanunue vitabu anza kusoma. Nunua pins. Start crocheting. I don't know. If you're into cars, go to car things. Just have something that occupies your time, something that you enjoy, so that you do not have time to chase around this type of stuff.
Yeah, and if it's one of those situations where they're always buying you lunch, start carrying lunch for yourself. Mekaka topo anakuambia, hey, you wanna have some lunch? Kwani amnanga chakula kwenye can you Another one, seriously though, is not only Turi just mentioned getting yourself busy by learning a skill or having hobbies. I generally think being distracted with other things. Sometimes kazi meisha, by the way, you have nothing else to do. You were supposed to go and do some meetings. Your meetings are done. You have another 1 hour. Can you get on TikTok like normal people? And when you get on TikTok, we're not saying get on TikTok and then start sharing all the funny videos to them. No. And DMing them all the interesting things you see. Like, have you seen this? No. Just enjoy the internet for yourself.
Wow.
Again, if you're feeling tempted, send it to your partner.
Sharing is scary.
Ukisikia tuma mwingine acheke.
He would have liked this.
He would or she would have liked it. Even your boyfriend will like it. Even your girlfriend at home, she will like it. You're over there saying, oh, you see something on the internet and you're like, oh, I saw his shirt yesterday was blue and it looks similar to this. Can you buy that shirt for your man?
Yo.
Can you buy those shoes you've seen on the internet for your woman? Let's stop trying to give people energy because you are now the moment you start giving someone else energy, you're taking energy from the person who's supposed to be receiving it. Why would you do that?
I'm strict. Anyway, another one is set personal boundaries, especially at work.
Yes, sir.
You know, those small lingering touches, or why is he holding your waist at the photocopy machine? Why is he handing you a pen from your elbow and akupatia pen hivi? Why? Just create these boundaries. He doesn't have to touch you. I don't think there's any reason that would warrant a colleague physically touching you. Let's talk via email. Don't wink at me. If you approve something that I've sent, say yes, done, seen. Don't do that, please, because this thing una feeling some type of way.
Tumia HR. Take a screenshot, tumia HR.
Don't nishika kiuno. It's very personal.
Amenishika mkono.
Na hata wewe, even ladies, because ladies, with your long nails, why are you laughing and
why are you scratching the nape of his neck? You're going to someone's desk and you're like, oh,
let me give you a massage. What were you saying? What are the deliverables?
Unamkaribia ndaka. Your shinyondo is on top of his shibega. Can we stop? Yeah. Let us stop.
It's interesting, but stop it. It's not you. It's not for you. Stop it. What's another one as we're going home?
Oh, my days. There's so many. Like, it's literally impossible to finish all of them. But I think another thing which is very, very important is also give yourself time. Realities of the matters are, when you have a crush on somebody, it's not like you can turn it on and off. Otherwise, a lot of us in life, we would have been very far. Kama ungeweza kuzima na unawasha, ungekuwa mbali. My point is, if you feel like you have a crush on someone, try and all the other things aren't working, try and give yourself time. For instance, if, as we said, if you guys used to go for lunch together or catch a matatu together or share a taxi together, the way people pool, we katana nusu nusu, you go your way, I go my way. These things can be important if you start limiting them. So for instance, you guys used to take the same taxi home and share the cost. Start taking your own taxi. Or, go back to matatus. Undo the gang. Like, I feel like it's very important for you to take some time away. You guys used to spend a lot of time together during coffee and lunch and dinners and all of these other things. Start reducing. You're going for work meetings or, the way colleagues usually hang out after work. And usually you're left behind a little bit with them. Watu wakianza kuenda nyumbani, pia wewe, unasema I am going home. Just put it as a mental note that you're not finding pockets of time and pockets of whatever to spend with this person as much as you can. The heart may grow fonder, but over time it will die.
That's what she said. And also, last but not least, talk to your friends about it. Just
tell them.
Tell your friend what's going on, and maybe she'll tell you, hey, you're being so delusional right now, or she'll actually hype your delusion. Or if you're doing it for the plot, be careful that the plot does not thicken and choke you. Wow.
But at the same time, it's also important to talk to your friends because they let you understand whether it's just a crush or it's the love of your life.
Exactly.
Let's not be hasty and assume people haven't actually met at work, fallen in love, and married their partners.
True that.
Yeah, so be serious.
And that was our show for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My name is Tarifa, and I'll see you tomorrow.
And the people in the back who keep trying to pedal push this crashes, can you sort yourself out? You've heard how we've reprimanded you.
Would we be so far to assume that, you know, some people have
We
work
have
crashes?
reprimanded you enough. Take our advice, you and the rest of the world. Okay. Anyway, these are our thoughts. Let's again not forget, please, before you're having intercourse with anyone, crash at work or otherwise, get tested.
Yo,
I am
important.
insisting.
Take a stand, everybody, come take my hand, we'll walk this road together, through the storm, whatever weather, cold or warm, just letting you know that you're not alone, holla if you feel like you've been down the same road. And shit and cut the crap. I shouldn't have to rhyme these words in the rhythm for you to know it's a rap. You said you was king, you lied through your teeth. For that, fuck your feelings. Instead of kidding, crown your king.